Hello, you're watching News Mongolia and MNB World. I'm your host, Untitled Chapter. Our top stories. President of Mongolia speaks at the 2021 P4G Summit Leaders Session. Mongolian and Russian foreign ministers discuss boosting economic ties. Cabinet meeting updates. For other news, stay tuned. Foreign Affairs Minister GURRAGCHAA is paying a working visit to the Russian Federation from May 31st to June 4th upon the invitation of her Russian counterpart. The foreign minister began her visit by attending a state award ceremony at the Embassy of Mongolia and also met with Foreign Minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov.
On the first day of her visit, the foreign minister met with the assistant to the president of the Russian Federation, Secretary of the State Council, Igor Levitin. During the meeting, which was held at the Mongolian embassy in Moscow, the parties exchanged views on the political and economic cooperation between the two countries. Minister GURRAGCHAA also attended an award ceremony held at the Mongolian embassy. In accordance with a decree from President Pattolak for his valuable contribution to the development of Mongolia-Russia relations, Secretary of the State Council Igor Levitin was awarded the Order of the Red Banner of Labor. And Yuri Morgunov, an assistant to the Administrative Directorate of the President of the Russian Federation, received Mongolia's Order of the Polar Star for ensuring the activities of the State Council of the Russian Federation. The awards were presented by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia. Minister GURRAGCHAA was also a guest on Mikhail Strupinsky's television program Country Industry on Euronews TV. In another interview with state news agency RIA Novosti, she spoke about the current state of Mongolia-Russia relations, opportunities for further development, politics, and the actions of the government of Mongolia to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. On June 1st, Foreign Affairs Minister GURRAGCHAA met with her Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov. The two sides discussed Russia and Mongolia's bilateral relations with an emphasis on trade, transport, energy, and humanitarian issues, as well as cooperation at the regional and international levels. After the meeting, the two sides held a press conference. Minister Lavrov noted that Moscow values its traditional friendly relations with Ulaanbaatar. The top Russian diplomat added that the nations' bilateral relations are based on rich historic traditions, including their active alliance during the World War II. The ministers also took part in a ceremony for presenting the Order of Alexander Nevsky Medal to Mongolian cosmonaut J.GURRAGCHAA in recognition of meritorious service awarded by the decree of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at our next story. President of Mongolia speaks at the 2021 P4G Summit Leaders Session. Details as follows. On May 30th, President of Mongolia Pattolak delivered a speech at the Leaders Session of the 2021 Partner for Green Growth and Global Goals Summit taking place in Seoul. During his speech at the P4G Summit, he noted that Mongolia has become one of the world's countries most affected by and vulnerable to climate change. The frequency of natural disasters has doubled in the last 2 decades, and their economic impacts are increasing. He urged summit participants to work toward limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius in order to prevent natural disasters and damage resulting from climate change. He has stated that limiting global warming is the most basic and effective way to protect planet Earth. Every P4G member country pledged to define and implement its national goal to reduce greenhouse gas emissions within the framework of the Paris Agreement. Mongolia has raised its initial commitment from 22.7% to 27.2% by 2030. Cabinet's June 1st meeting highlighted the opening of Mongolia's international border after a year of being locked down due to COVID-19 pandemic and outbreak prevention measures. Mongolia officially opened its border on June 1st. People in Mongolia will now be able to travel on direct and transit commercial flights to more than 10 countries with open borders, including Turkey, the United States, the United Arab Emirates, Greece, Thailand, Indonesia, and India. To date, more than 110 countries, including Russia, China, South Korea, Japan, and many other countries in the European Union, have partially or completely closed their borders and are allowing entry only to citizens and permanent residents. The government is currently using diplomatic channels to ensure that immunization certificates issued in Mongolia will be recognized in as many countries as possible. It was also decided that funds for renovating state maternity hospitals, including the National Center for Maternal and Child Health, will be included in next year's state budget. In order to provide SOMs with engineering infrastructure and to create comfortable living conditions for residents, the SOM Development Provision of Engineering Infrastructure project is being implemented. Throughout the project, 59 SOMs in 19 provinces will be provided with infrastructure. These SOMs were selected based on their population, geographical location, social and economic development support, environmental vulnerability, land capacity, and water supply sources. The Ministry of Health reported that 1,143 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed nationwide in the past 24 hours, and 3 more people have died. As of today, 1,143 new cases were confirmed after taking tests from over 7,000 people, mostly close contacts of known patients and volunteer test takers. 685 more patients have recovered, including 419 patients who are being treated at hospitals and 266 people who are being treated at home. Unfortunately, 3 people aged between 43 and 80 died due to COVID-19 complications within the past 24 hours. Of today's new cases, all cases are of domestic transmission. 1,052 cases were confirmed in over 150 horos in Ulaanbaatar, and 91 were confirmed in the provinces, with most cases recorded in Tuv, Ovs, Hufsgul, Arkhon, Bolgang, and other provinces. Among the 4,727 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide, 52.4% are showing mild symptoms of illness, and 122 are in critical condition. Yesterday, on International Children's Day, 13,819 people received vaccination nationwide. Health officials warn people against the risk of exposure to COVID-19, which is still high in the country, and encourage the public to get vaccinated and keep following the safety precautions even after gaining immunity. Now let's check on the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. The 31st edition of the Asian Amateur Boxing Championships was held from the 24th to 31st of May 2021 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The Mongolian national team placed third in overall results with 8 medals, including 3 gold ones.
The 2021 Asian Amateur Boxing Championships have been successfully concluded in Dubai, United Arab Emirates on May 31st. The men's boxing championships were held, and Nikhamar of Mongolia defeated Mirazizbek Mirzakhalilov of Uzbekistan in the 56 kg weight category to win the gold medal with a score of 3-2. In the 60 kg weight category, Tsindwater defeated Daniel Shahbash of Iran in the final with a clear advantage with a 4-0. As a result, he became a 2-time champion of the Asian Championships. In addition, Chinzaruk won a gold medal in the 64 kg weight category, and all 3 Mongolian finalists won gold medals. Chinzaruk, the silver medalist of the Asian Games, defeated Shiva Thapa of India 3-2 and became a gold, silver and bronze medalist of the Continental Championships. He previously won a silver medal in 2017 and a bronze medal in 2019. Unolt, Michelt, Altentsitsig, Michtma and Megmar Jargal competed in this year's Asian Championships, and all of them won bronze medals. World champion Mirazizbek Mirzakhalilov was a rare Uzbekistan loser today, coming up short in the 56 kg final against Mongolia's Nikhamar Kharkho, who overcame a rocky start to record an upset win 3-2 on the scorecards. Irtnat Tsindwater retained the 60 kg crown, and Chindaruk Batursuk won 1 division up, light welterweight, as Mongolia earned 3 gold medals on the final day of the ASBC's marquee event. 13 of the 20 finalists in action in the United Arab Emirates today have qualified for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. With 8 gold, Kazakhstan topped the medal table, with Uzbekistan behind on 7 and having won the most in total with 18.
And here's the weather forecast for major cities around the world. Well, that's all for today. Many thanks for staying with us on News Mongolia. See you tomorrow with more stories and updates. Please follow MNB World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great evening. Goodbye.